Welcome back to another Dislyte video, and today we're going over one of the biggest changes that I've seen in Dislyte history. Now, we all know what resistance does. We hate the copies, we hate the dupes, right? I have 2 dupes of Lewis and I hated it, right? But now, maybe it won't be so bad. Dupes, they're trying to make dupes more rewarding. If you haven't seen the announcement for it, I'll read it out to you, all right? Let's read a little bit of this blurb before we get into the big kahuna of this, right? Dear Esper, since the last version update, we have received feedback and suggestions from players across all platforms and channels. We acknowledge that there were some inadequacies when considering our adjustments to the game. In order to enhance the game's experience for every player, we have been working hard to find a solution that balances the demand of multiple parties. However, to be honest, some issues cannot be solved overnight from the content's future updates. We would like to communicate with you openly and honestly. All right, this is a good step. This is a good step to acknowledge that we can't change everything to accommodate to everybody, but we can try our best, right? And I respect that. I respect that for sure. We would like to communicate with you openly and honestly. We will collect your suggestions and feedback and optimize this to solve issues that players are concerned about in subsequent phases. So that's things like the summons, things like all that, right? In our current version, one of the key issues we received a lot of feedback on was players drawing duplicate espers that did not add to the power of their overall team. Yes, true. That is completely true. Therefore, we have decided to address this issue of one of our top priorities in the upcoming updates. Our plan includes adjusting the resonance system and moving a part of resonant point bonus to a new resonance talent branch system. There will be 3 branches of resonance talents: attack, HP, defense. When a player allocates a certain number of resonance points to a branch, they can acquire resonance talent on that branch and receive additional combat buffs. For example, in the attack branch, player can choose the power suppression talent to increase damage dealt by 3% when attacking disadvantaged enemies. Our current design plan is in the figure below. We hope that the new talent system will solve issues players are currently experiencing. It is our hope that players have a better gaming experience and are able to develop various strategies to advance their Esper. In addition, the gaming experience of players without duplicate Espers will not be affected too much. All right, so it looks like they're not going to provide crazy, massive, huge buffs, right? But they have a new talent tree and the resonance is changed, right? So 1 copy of a 3-star gives you 4 resonance, 1 copy of a 4-star gives you 5, and legendary gives you 6. And you can see here attack, HP, defense, and it looks like a couple of these are from like the events that we play. Like this one currently, if you see my mouse, this one right here is in the static shock event, so we could probably take a guess at what that's gonna be. This looks like a speed one. There's immunity ones, defense ones. I'm guessing this is damage resistance, invincibility. There's quite a bit of things here. I'm super excited to see what we can do with these trees, because this might allow some wacky or crazy builds, right? The only bad thing about this is whales are going to benefit so much more from this talent tree, especially if it's giving out significant buffs that they can build on their own, right? If they're able to fully max out a tree, that is going to be a huge advantage over free-to-play players, and that's just how it goes, right? But for free-to-play players, this is also a good thing because your 3-stars now are going to be stronger. Your 3-stars with these unique traits are probably going to be way stronger than they already are, so someone like Drew or something like that can get a huge advantage off of this. I do agree. Let's look down at this. Deathly Cinders, when an ally dies, crit damage plus 8%. Not huge, but not, you know, you could probably stack that, right? You could probably stack that, and that's going to be huge. Preemptive attack, when using your ability for the first time in each battle, damage dealt plus 6%. So it's already giving you massive buffs compared to what you got for your attack. Like if you got 1 resonance on a 4-star, you only get 4% attack, and that's it, right? But here you're getting some unique traits here. If a single ability damage is 35% higher than the target's max HP, deal additional true damage equal to 5% of the target's max HP. So you can make characters do true damage. That is pretty crazy. Just doing fixed damage all the time is really good. I think people underestimate true damage. If HP is below 50%, lifesteal amount plus 8%. That is really good for people that have the Hades set. Hyde is gonna eat off of this. I'm sure about it. Hyde is going to eat this up. You know, attacking a target whose HP is below 50%, damage plus 3%. After casting a non-basic ability, the next basic ability damage acquires damage dealt plus 6%. Powerful suppression: when attacking a disadvantaged enemy, damage dealt plus 3%. When an enemy dies, basic attack plus 4%. If the target has more life than the Esper when attacking, crit rate plus 4%. So it's little small buffs, but they can all add up, right? You can get multiple things on this tree, so they're gonna add up, right? And you're gonna get a bunch of buffs off of this, and it's gonna completely change the meta. I hope you keep that in mind. The meta is not going to stay the same when we get this tree, right? All right, let's see here. The HP tree. HP Flux: if the target's HP is below 40%, target's healing efficiency plus 5%. Target constraints: each surviving enemy grants accuracy plus 2. So I'm guessing that each enemy, it stacks on each enemy, so that if it's a team of 5, you're getting 10% accuracy. That's pretty good. The Law of Conjunction: when gathering a buff, each buff restores 1% of max HP to the Esper, up to 3% max HP per turn. So you can heal per turn. That's pretty good. Crisis Response: if HP is below 50%, all allies damage plus 2 up to 6%. Wow. Wait, that is a team-wide buff. Holy shit, supports are going to be so good. If HP is below 50%, all allies damage plus 2 up to 6%. Oh my god. So essentially everybody can be a support if they're a tank. It's insane. If the target isn't buff, miss rate minus 50%. Okay, so increases their accuracy per se, right? When granting a shield strength plus 8%, that's so huge. That is insane. 8% is a lot. 8% is a lot. On top of the shields that they're giving, that's a lot. Like, think about something like Clara, who gives shields when she ults, right? If she's increasing shield strength by plus 8%, and she's already giving you like a 10k shield, holy shit. If a skill's on cooldown, speed plus 10%, huh? Okay, so you're just to let you know, your skills are going to be on cooldown for quite a while, especially on those 5-star and 4-star characters, unless you have the max Abilimon, right? Speed plus 10 is not a crazy difference. You could slap that on a Diana, and she's going way faster. 10 speed makes a difference, all right? Upon dispelling life power, upon dispelling or stealing a buff, that buff inflicts match HP minus 3 to the target, up to minus 15 per turn. So someone like Gaius could eat off of this, though I'm pretty sure you would give Gaius the attack tree. He has a guaranteed dispel. Anybody that has a guaranteed dispel, like Loki is gonna eat this, right? He's dispelling or stealing buffs. He's dispelling buff. That buff inflicts max HP minus 3% to the target, up to minus 15 per turn. So I'm guessing that's what Hyde did. You know, when Hyde hits you and the gray bar happens, that can also be a thing for Loki now, which is absolutely insane. When attacking, consumes 5% max HP and deals true damage equal to 50% of consumed HP. Oh my god, dude. These trees are insane. The deeper you get into the tree, the better, right? These are definitely stronger than the first ones. So keep in mind what you want to build, right? Defense: Shield Slam. When attacking, if defense is higher than the target's damage plus 2%. All right, so they take 2% more damage. That's pretty good for tanks like Renzi is gonna eat off of this. Shield Slam is gonna be very good for him. When attacked by a critical hit, damage taken minus 2, so damage reduction is always great, and a lot of people are building crit damage and crit rate, so this is gonna be very good for defensive espers. Upon killing an enemy, restore HP equal to 5% of max HP. Wow. Okay, so 5% healing when you kill an enemy. That's not the greatest, but it's pretty good. Force Field: debuffed allies resist plus 5% up to 15%. That's pretty good. If HP is below 30%, healing received and shield strength plus 5%. Oh my god. Wait, so self-shielding tanks are gonna be crazy. If they can get a copy of self-shielding tanks and get to angst energy, that's gonna be really good. Field of Thorns, if attacking an enemy while not in one's own turn, damage plus 4%. So counters, Renzi, right there. Renzi, if you counter when they hit you, you do true damage plus 4%. Right? Immobilize the allies speed plus 5 up to 15%. Huh? Wait, so if you're CC'd, you get a speed buff up to 15%, depending on how many allies are immobilized. That's pretty good. That's a good counter to like stun sets, right? That's a good counter to stun sets, man. And this is, keep in mind, this is all you have to do is have this on one character. So you can add this on a 3-star, you can add this on a 4-star, right? You can add this on a 4-star, and it's gonna benefit your team quite a bit. You don't even have to stack this. That is crazy. Shielded allies basic defense plus 5% up to 15%. So again, shield tanks are gonna be super duper strong. They're going to be super duper strong. Rock solid. When gaining the first turn in each battle, damage taken minus 4%. So damage reduction. This tree seems like a counter / damage reduction tree, and I can respect that for sure. Let's see. We also plan to add more methods to achieve resonance in the upcoming updates, so players can use the new resonance system more frequently and design their ideal Esper squad. For Espers already acquired by players, we will add new events in the upcoming updates in which players can complete event tasks in order to increase resonance level for these Espers. So specific Espers, I'm guessing. In addition, a new system will be launched as soon as possible to provide players with a free way to acquire more copies of Espers that are already on their squad. What? A new system will be launched as soon as possible to provide players with a free way to acquire more copies of Espers that are already on their squad. Wait, does that mean we could copy 5-stars? Wait a minute. For new Espers that will be released in the future, we will continue to increase the number of supercell matrices that can be obtained so that players can get their hands on these Espers more easily. We are aware that the current solution may not meet the Thank you. They are, at least they are saying that they know. They're aware of it, right? We are aware that the current solution may not meet the expectations of every player. However, we will continue to collect player feedback and your suggestions to further improve and optimize the gaming experience for all. In the near future, we will reveal a developer roadmap for all major updates of Dislyte over the next 6 months. We are looking forward to collecting more feedback from all of you. Finally, we would like to thank you again for your conscious support of Dislyte. We will keep working hard to make this game that we all love into even better. Okay, so this spells great things for the future. I mean, this is gonna help a lot of 3-stars. Free-to-play players are gonna eat up, but at the same time, whales are also gaining an advantage if they can fully resonate their 5-stars, and that's gonna be a little crazy. 5-stars with these type of trees are gonna hurt. They're gonna be really good. But again, this also helps free-to-play with clearing content, giving your team unique buffs, helping you out in point war as well. I think this is an overall good change. It could give whales an advantage, sure, but it's giving free-to-play players a lot of advantages as well because they get a lot of 3-stars, right? I think overall this is a W. This is a W change. I do. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I've been Everything, and this will be it for the video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.